The question is, summarize the steps of sexual reproduction. First, it is pollination, that means transfer of pollen grains from anthers to the stigma. Now, anther is the part of stamen, that is the male reproductive part of flower, and stigma, it is part of the pistil, that is female reproductive part of flower. Now, fertilization, that means union of male gametes, that is the pollen grains, with the female gamete, that means the eggs, to form zygote. The formation of seeds, development of zygote into seed. The formation of fruit, that means maturation of ovary into fruit. That means we can say that the zygote converts into seed and the ovary converts into the fruit. Now, germination of seed, forming of young plant from the seed. Then we will learn about first part, that is pollination. The transfer of pollen grains, that means the male gametes, from the anthers to the stigma of pistil is known as pollination. This is the first step in the process of seed formation. Now, pollination takes place with the help of some external agents such as wind, water, insects, bird or animals. These external agents are called agents of pollination. So it may be wind, then water, then animals, etc. Now, self-pollination and cross-pollination are two parts. So what is self-pollination? In this process, pollen lands on the stigma of the same flower or of a different flower of the same plant. Uh, that means the plant should be same. So these two are cases of self pollination. In the first case, the flower is same, but in the second case, the flower is different. Now, the case of cross pollination comes when pollen lands on the stigma of a flower born on a different plant of same kind. So this is the cross pollination. That means the flowers are from different plants. Then comes the second part, that is fertilization. On reaching the stigma, pollen grain grows out into a thin pollen tube. So this is the pollen grain and this grows the pollen tube. Now it extends through the style. Now this is the style, the part of pistil, reaches the ovary and enters the ovule. So it is reaching the ovary. This is the ovary. The pollen tube contains two male gametes. So we can see there are two male gametes, one of which fuses with the female gamete or egg nucleus. So these are the female gametes or egg nucleus and forms a zygote. The process of fusion of male gamete and female gamete is called fertilization. That means fertilization forms zygote by the association of male gamete, that is the pollen, and the female gamete, that is egg. Then comes fruit and seed formation. After fertilization, following changes occur in the flower. First, the fertilized egg or zygote grows into the embryo. Then, the embryo has two parts, namely the shoot forming part called plumule. So we can say that this is the shoot forming part, plumule, and it forms the shoot and the leaves, and root forming part called radicle. So this is the radicle and that forms the roots, and here you can see that the roots are formed. The ovary grows into fruit and the other parts of flower fall off. The ovules develop into seeds. So from ovules we get seeds, and from the ovary we get the fruit. A seed is a mature ovule that contains the embryo and the stored food. It is enclosed by a seed coat formed by two coverings. A fruit is the seed-bearing structure of a flowering plant. Actually, it is the ripened ovary of the plant, and seeds are the matured ovules of the fruit. Fruits may be fleshy and juicy or dry and hard. Mango, apple, and orange are fleshy and juicy fruit, whereas almonds and walnuts are dry and hard foods. The final part is the germination of seed. After the dispersal, on reaching the moist soil, the seed swells up by absorbing water. A seed contains a baby plant or embryo. So we can see this is the embryo. The embryo starts growing under favorable conditions. First of all, the radicle starts growing. So this is the radicle pushes down in the soil and forms the root. So the roots are formed. Then the plumule starts growing up in the air. So this is the plumule and forms the shoot and develops the leaves. So this is shoot and these are the leaves. The leaves begin to prepare food by the process of photosynthesis. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.